past year, I've talked about a ton of different YouTubers when it comes down to people like Trolls Bandy Geller Fan and Branch Troll Fanboy 2009. I think there's a few that actually have ended up not getting exactly where they really wanted to go with their own content or so-and-so, or even just the general YouTube career and that stuff. Which today I'm going to be talking about a select few people who have had the death of LOLCows. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Now the first one which I really want to bring up is Lambo Rock Strikes Back, who I talked about around last year around this point in the winter time. Basically just explaining how his content was mostly boring and how he was egotistical in a later point of a video. The reason why I want to bring him up is because earlier this year he was recently terminated. Or actually not terminated. He deleted his own YouTube channel with all of the content that he had on this one YouTube channel. I thought he was so proud of himself that he would have said, oh, I make content and everything, but he can't even go as far to say, oh, I'm proud of myself because I make so-and-so content and my content is better than yours. Meanwhile, the channel gets deleted in May of 2025. I don't know where he is or any of that, at least any of the channel stuff and everything. There's been no signs of Lambo coming back, although there was a channel that came up about a couple months back that was supposedly Lambo Rock Strikes Back, but actually ended up being a fake, which not surprising. Now this one, Branch Troll Fanboy 2009, was one that I talked about not mainly because of the content, although he was also associated with Alex as well, Trolls Bandy Geller Fan 2001 Alex. He was toxic, his content was just bad, and then his DeviantArt was more or less very much inappropriate. And it doesn't help that supposedly at when I had made that video, he was around 15 to 16 years old, and his DeviantArt had included this art that was on his DeviantArt, and although his DeviantArt has cleared about a lot of what was on this whole thing of this inappropriate so-and-so, his channel was recently terminated. All of his channels have recently been terminated. And even though in itself, the main channel had gone down to actually being like the main thing, which was, I found this out because I checked multiple other videos that were actually included on the channel, and it came down to the same thing of the channel being terminated. His DeviantArt is still up, but as far as we're concerned, there's no signs of Branch Troll coming back, and it's not too surprising why. Now, Mr. Metal Doggo was one which I actually wanted to update on because this was one where I talked about him a few weeks back. It was one video that I didn't expect to kind of get in the same hand. I haven't gotten any replies from Mr. Metal Doggo's mother or any of that, but weirdly enough, Party Player Preston got a text message from Mr. Metal Doggo. Now, I don't entirely remember what the text was, but it was basically a Crimea River sort of text. It was a lot of things. It wasn't a short text, it was a very long text to the point to where literally there was like, you couldn't even read it on one screen. It was just a very, very long text. I haven't heard anything about if Mr. Metal Doggo has gone out of his way to do anything about trying to resolve any of this stuff and everything, but that was one that really did surprise me, and Preston as well. So the final one which I will talk about in this short video is Trolls Bandy Geller Fan 2001. Now mainly because there has been a few bits of like updates with Trolls Bandy Geller Fan when it came down to his content and the way that he was acting on videos. It's mostly come down to him really getting restricted down with what exactly he can do with his own content. There was a point where Ross the movie reviewer would actually get in contact with Alex's mom through Facebook to try to explain the situation, and basically her coming down to saying, we'll try to keep an eye on his behavior, and so far there has not been a lot of like outbursts of rage from Alex, although there has not been like a lot of posts either. Like a lot of his posts have gone away and that stuff. Like a lot of his like main postings haven't been as often, but I haven't checked a lot of his other content either, so it could be a case where there could be a different case scenario. Although, as far as we're concerned, Alex has not been as the same as he was. Although, also, there's also been a case where John Wick Fan has also discontinued his Cringe-a-thon series on Trolls Band Together Fan, which is great because now he's slowly starting to become irrelevant. Alex is slowly starting to become irrelevant, which is kind of proving that his content's not exactly gonna get to the point to where it's gonna be as popular in the worst way possible. Yeah, this is a bit of an update of YouTubers I talked about. So, thank you guys so much for watching this little short video of Death of LOLCows. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later when I talk about the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. And it just put itself on the camera. Oh, you can see my Christmas tree right there. Oh, barely. Yep, you could barely see that Christmas tree. But I'll see you guys later when I talk about this and probably my Apple collection.